Emily's hands trembled as she clutched her coffee cup, her heart pounding in sync with the ticking clock on the wall. The conference room loomed ahead, where her boss and a panel of executives waited for her biggest presentation yet. She had spent weeks perfecting every slide, rehearsing each word, and anticipating every possible question. Today was supposed to be flawless. Then, disaster struck. As she reached for the door handle, a sudden jolt from a passing coworker sent hot coffee splattering across her crisp white blouse and, worse, soaking the neatly stacked presentation papers in her other hand. Gasps filled the hallway. Someone muttered, "Oh no." Emily stood frozen, watching the brown liquid seep into her hard work. Her mind raced. She had no backup copies. The panic bubbled up like the spilled coffee spreading across the floor. An elderly janitor nearby, pushing his mop at a slow, deliberate pace, stopped and observed the scene. He met Emily's panicked gaze and chuckled softly. "Spilled coffee is like yesterday's rain," he said. "No matter how much you wish it away, the ground is already wet." Emily blinked. "What?" The janitor smiled and leaned on his mop. "There's an old Zen story about a monk and his favorite teacup. One day, the cup broke, but the monk didn't cry or get angry. You know why?" Emily shook her head. "Because in his mind, the cup was already broken. He had enjoyed it while it lasted, but he never clung to it. So when it finally shattered, he simply smiled and swept up the pieces." Emily stared at the soaked papers in her hand, her chest tightening. She could crumble under the weight of this disaster, or she could accept it, like the monk with his broken cup. Taking a deep breath, she straightened her shoulders, wiped her hands, and stepped into the conference room. "Good morning, everyone," she said, setting down the ruined papers with a small smile. "I had a printed presentation, but life had other plans. So let's do this from the heart." She spoke with confidence, no longer clinging to perfection, but embracing the moment as it was. By the end of the meeting, the room erupted in applause. One executive nodded approvingly. "That was one of the most engaging presentations we've had in a long time." As Emily walked out, the janitor gave her a knowing smile. She grinned back. The coffee had spilled, but she hadn't.